Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Anything Goes, the show where anything goes. Today, we have a guest on the phone, and we're going to talk about some pretty cool stuff. So go ahead, introduce yourself, and yeah.
Hi, my name is Christian. I've been friends with Dom now for God, Dom, how long have we been friends?
Since 2012 ish?
Yeah, so over a decade now.
Yeah, about 10 years, yeah.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It really, really is.
But yeah, I am a Washingtonian. I live in the state of Washington. I'm a classical musician by trade. I play clarinet. I conduct.
Yep.
Went to school for that, but have taken a step away from that due to personal reasons, family reasons, all of that fun stuff. So I'm just kind of freelancing right now.
Yeah, totally.
Honestly, flying by the seat of my pants, seeing where life takes me next.
Yeah.
And I got a text from Dom here today, like, shit, no more than, 5-6 hours ago, you said,
Yeah.
I've started a show. Do you want to be on? Just talk about controversial topics in the news, media, all that kind of fun stuff. I'm like, aside from music, I'm a political junkie.
Yes, that's
so.
that is exactly why I decided to invite you on, and I have also decided to make you my co-host for the show. So when you come down, yeah, we're gonna have a great time and talk about more stuff, and you guys will actually get to see him and talk to him. And if you want to ask him any questions, we'll do that. And I think we might even just set up a live video for my YouTube channel so you guys can, ask us questions live and do all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So, anyway, we have talked a few times, you and I together, we have talked about how the LGBT community has changed and really how it's really not been for the better. Like, what do you think about it personally?
Well, yeah, you're right. We have had this discussion on multiple fronts before.
Yeah.
And I'll preface this next discussion we're going to have on the fact I have searched YouTube videos and podcasts and all sorts of media about the seeming decline of the LGBT community. Not that it's maybe decline is the wrong word.
It's just the original idea of it has been just warped. It's not what it used to be at all. It's not.
Exactly. I like to define myself as more of an old school 1990s, early 2000s liberal.
Yes, very true. Yes.
I'm in full support of gay marriage and Equality Act in the Congress that would guarantee under federal law protection for same-sex couples that are protected.
Absolutely.
For same-sex couples. The thing that baffles my mind, I guess, is even though I'm a liberal,
right,
I like to listen in on conservative chatter and try to, if I can, discern what their good faith argument they're putting out is because I like to believe most people aren't saying things out of malice. Most people are doing things because they genuinely believe that their way is the right way and it can better society. And I say, anybody that has an idea, come to the table and let's hash it out, kind of like we're doing in these discussions, right?
That's the whole point. Yep, that is. We are here to talk about stuff and just have a nice little conversation and, yeah, speak your mind. So,
yeah, we're basically just letting you guys in on our private phone calls about discuss about the world. We're just recording it and
that's very true.
letting you guys hear it.
Yeah, we talk about this kind of stuff, actually, believe it or not, quite a bit, and I just thought it would be cool to record it and let you guys see what we're into. But I think for me, the biggest problem with like the what would you say, new aged LGBT thing is that it's not all about rights anymore, I don't think. I mean, it is, but I feel like it's more of the it's all about me kind of thing and my feelings, and not everyone as a whole community. And it's really about shoving it down people's throats to the point, like we've said, it's super annoying, and it's actually really embarrassing to be like yourself, an old school kind of, LGBT, member.
Activists.
Yeah, and it's like it's super embarrassing to even call yourself part of the LGBT community anymore.
I see where you're coming from. Yeah, I'd say, to your point about the individualization of the community and the inherent narcissism that comes with that, and everybody wanting what's best for them, not necessarily wanting what's best for the entire community, right?
Right.
And
yeah.
You see this a lot on like TikTok, a lot on Twitter, and my whole take on it has always been, I don't want anybody to misconstrue my opinions here, because I know I have very, very, very nuanced opinions on these things.
Right.
I am totally in favor, 110%. If you want to identify however you want to identify or express yourself, however you want to express yourself, more power to you, honey. I love people like that. People like that are my best friends, like people who don't quite fit the mold of society.
Right.
And my take on it is, just because you don't fit doesn't then mean that we have to come up with all of these hundreds of different labels for things,
right?
And have people who will get mortally offended if you aren't up to date on the terminology, or
and
don't use it correctly, or all these things. And something I used to say that I just thought of that in this discussion is very, very prevalent with the LGBT community.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, there was a day and age where we all agreed on marriage and the Equality Act. And for the most part,
I think we did that pretty well.
Do.
Well, yeah, and we still do.
We haven't got the Equality Act through Congress yet, so I wouldn't go that far to say that yet. But I lost what I was going to say. Hold on. You're going to have to edit this right here.
We don't edit anything, so it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, just whatever.
Yeah,
just keep going.
I had a saying, I forgot. It will come back to me.
Okay.
But
so my thing is, I think what you're trying to say is, I think that we just need to get back on track of what, the LGBT community is really about. Is that kind of what you're trying to get at?
That's basically, what I'm trying to get at.
Yep.
Like, it seems to me like, again, be yourself.
Yep.
Be uniquely you. I don't care. There shouldn't be laws passed to stop people from being themselves.
Agreed.
But there comes a point when you've taken it
too far.
Are you making other people's lives
a nightmare,
miserable because of this? And I just thought of what I was going to say.
Oh, yep, go for it.
A couple of minutes ago. So I remember when I was like freshman, sophomore in college, undergrad.
Yeah.
I was getting exposed to people who were non-binary, identified they, them pronouns, they, them, theirs, all those fun things, and I respected them. I still will use their respected pronouns.
Yep.
I have nothing against it. But a thought entered my mind once I saw people were starting to have, like, neo-gender is a thing I've seen.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, how far are we going to take this
we're gonna take it very far, because
we start asking people, is there something bigger going on here? Not to, like, if this is how you feel, great, but I just want to make sure you're a happy, content human being. That's, like, I love people,
right,
in general, so that's always my concern. And the saying I was going to bring up is, obviously I wasn't alive for the majority of this, but I do remember a time where the LGBT community, the whole basis of the community was seemingly ripping down societal standards, and with that, labels.
Mm-hmm.
And something I sit here and ask myself all these years later is, for a community that was so hell-bent on getting rid of labels,
God, man, we sure are.
There are more labels for the LGBT community
than ever before.
There are products at Costco, I tell you. Like,
you're not wrong.
It just can, like I said, be you. I support it, but Jesus, eventually everybody's gonna. It's like, I like to drive my car every day. I like driving, so what am I? Like, a car is sexual? I say this as an openly gay man, 26-year-old. Not upset, just deeply confused at the movement. If somebody wants to reach out and attempt to explain to me,
good luck.
I invite you on the podcast.
Yes, if you think you know if you think you can help us understand all of this, yes, do get a hold of us. My email is the YouTube descriptions and all that stuff. You can get a hold of us. Yeah, even call
let
in.
It be known, like,
yeah,
we might be just, what we may have said may have offended.
It probably did.
Not the intention, and if it did, I am sorry if it offended.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm genuinely just.
It makes no sense.
I have autism, so my autistic brain has a hard time wrapping my head around things.
Yeah, totally.
Like this, especially. So, as I say, I'm inviting you. Let's break bread at the table.
Yes, let's absolutely
sit next to me. Let's have a cordial conversation.
Please do. Yeah. So, as obviously a member of the LGBT community, if this radical leftness, if you will, if this keeps going, what do you think the LGBT community is gonna end up to be? Do you think it's even gonna be worth calling yourself a member of it anymore, or like what's your thought?
Well, I think it'll always be.
You think it's always going to be worth it?
I think it's always going to be worth it. Yeah. Because if you look at the actual history of the LGBT community, it's a rich and vibrant and beautiful, if not at times severely heartbreaking story that.
Yeah, totally.
People who claim to be LGBT activists don't know any of the history. It's like,
right.
Do you know, Dawn, that the first, and maybe hopefully I'm educating some of our viewers here, that the first Pride Parade.
Oh man, I don't know about this.
Some casual, fun-loving Pride Parade with confetti and glitter and.
It probably wasn't.
All of the fun stuff that you see today.
Yeah.
The first Pride Parade was started by Black trans women, which led to Stonewall.
Really?
And you know about the infamous Stonewall riots.
Oh, yeah.
Stonewall,
absolutely.
circled in red on the calendar, is the beginning of basically the modern gay pride movement. And then you have,
Yeah.
I'll only mention Harvey Milk to name countless.
Yeah, totally. That's cool. I did not
history who have
Yeah, what
fought
year?
the
What
good
ye?
fight to, win marriage rights between
You
a
know.
man and a man and a woman and a woman and trans, all this stuff from the
Mm-hmm.
Supreme Court, which
Yeah.
we can have this discussion as well, what I believe is currently under threat.
Yeah. What year did that first little pride parade thing happen?
Let me
Do you know
fact
off the top of
check
your head?
myself here. I don't know off the top of my head, so I'm
Okay.
going to be
Yeah, look it up.
diligent here and check up when were the Stonewall riots.
Yeah, so while he's looking that up,
Yeah, the Stonewall riots were from June 28th, 1969
yep.
to July 3rd, 1969.
Yeah, I figured it was in the late 60s.
Yep.
That's
The Civil
super
Rights
cool.
Movement.
Yeah, that's actually super cool. Fun little history fact there for you guys.
And
Yeah.
you've been asking me questions about the LGBT community.
Yes.
And to the viewers, this is part of the reason we decided to do this is, like I say, I'm a very anything goes, open book,
Right.
liberal, just, I don't really care. Just do your own thing as long as it's not hurting
True.
most people or other people in society.
Yep.
I'm cool with it.
Same.
And I know you have that same viewpoint, but like politically speaking and philosophically and religiously speaking, we definitely are opposed, not like bickering opposed.
Yes, just different.
I'll get to that here in a second, but just different.
Absolutely.
You have what would be defined today as more radical conservative opinions.
Yes, I have a very old traditional way. That's how I was raised. Yeah.
Exactly.
Thanks to my mother.
Exactly. So.
Yep.
I know, and I love the woman.
Yes, we worship her, obviously.
Hi, Fran. Hello, Fran, if you're listening.
Yes, if you're watching, hello, mother.
But no, that's exactly why we're doing this, because it's seemingly nowadays people who disagree so vehemently on the issues we disagree with don't get along. And me and you have been best friends for over 10 years.
That's very true. Yep.
And like I said earlier today when we were talking, I remember a time in this country where you could have good faith discussions with somebody that you knew was opposed to you ideologically 180%, and go out and have drinks and good time with them.
And you could still be friends.
It ever happened.
Yep. And now it's all about
that in this country, and we need that back.
Yes,
so
yes, we do.
Our attempt at trying to bring that back.
Yeah, absolutely. There is absolutely nothing wrong with what you believe in. The whole point of Christian and I actually doing this podcast is to talk about what you believe in and stand up for that and just stand solid about it. I think that's so important. Yes.
You see, that's one thing I love. You can have an opinion that I disagree with vehemently, and no amount of words or reading will persuade me to your point.
Absolutely.
But something I love is, and as Dom was just saying, this is the kind of thing we welcome on this channel, in this podcast.
Please do talk about it.
Talk about your opinions.
Yep, absolutely.
But I tell you, when talking about your opinions, here's what I like when people talk about their opinions. I want you to be firm in your roots and stand strong, like Dom was saying, with your opinion. Even if we disagree vehemently, I will respect you 100 times more if you're willing to stand your ground and say, this is my opinion and this is why.
I totally agree with that.
Because it shows you have character, and it shows that you are strong on your morals and principles, and I respect people like that.
Excuse me. Yes, dinner was tasty. But yes, no, I totally agree. I think that if you are going to stand up for something you believe in, stand up for what you believe in. But Christian and I also think that you can only take it so far, because people are getting violent about it now. And it's not okay.
That is not okay.
It's not.
And if anything can be interpreted even by accident on our channel as you think we're telling you to go do something,
We're
which
probably
I
not.
hope can never be implied. Violence is not condoned by myself, and as Dom just said, by him.
Yep. Nope.
And
nobody.
like he said, violence is on the uptick in this country for political persuasion, and it needs to stop.
Yeah, it's gone past what Christian and I believe in, and just having a really nice, good civil discussion. It's gone to the point where people are literally getting killed, and it's absolutely ridiculous, and it needs to stop. Absolutely, this is getting out of control, and if this keeps up, heaven knows what's going to happen. Even in the next, what would you say, maybe even 5 years?
Well, you see, that's the thing. 5 years, yeah, but we have a presidential election coming up.
We do next year.
Next year in 24, and we know how the nation's been handling presidential elections recently.
Yeah, it has not been good.
Very well, if we say so ourselves. It's going swimmingly. We're the shining light on the city for the rest of the world, aren't we?
Yeah, we're something, that's for sure.